In this video, I am going to read to you the full text, uninterpreted, no opinions, but the full text of H.R. 4405, also known as the Epstein Files Transparency Act. Let's jump into it. 119th Congress, First Session, H.R. 4405. To require the Attorney General to release all documents and records in possession of the Department of Justice relating to Jeffrey Epstein and for other purposes. In the House of Representatives, July 15, 2025, Mr. Khanna for himself and Mr. Massey introduced the following bill, which was referred to the Committee on the Judiciary. A bill to require the Attorney General to release all documents and records in possession of the Department of Justice relating to Jeffrey Epstein and for other purposes, be it enacted by the Senate and House of Representatives of the United States of America in Congress assembled. Section 1, short title. This act may be cited as the Epstein Files Transparency Act. Section 2, release of documents relating to Jeffrey Epstein. A, in general, not later than 30 days after the date of enactment of this act, the Attorney General shall, subject to subsection B, make publicly available in a searchable and downloadable format all unclassified records, documents, communications, and investigative materials in the possession of the Department of Justice, including the Federal Bureau of Investigation and the United States Attorney Offices that relate to 1. Jeffrey Epstein, including all investigations, prosecutions, or custodial matters. 2. Ghislaine Maxwell. 3. Flight logs or travel records, including but not limited to manifests, itineraries, pilot records, and customs or immigration documentation for any aircraft, vessel, or vehicle owned, operated, or used by Jeffrey Epstein or any related activity. 4. Individuals, including government officials named or referenced in connection with Epstein's criminal activity, civil settlements, immunity or plea agreements, or investigatory proceedings. 5. Entities, corporate, nonprofit, academic, or governmental with known or alleged ties to Epstein's trafficking or financial networks. 6. Any immunity deals, non-prosecution agreements, plea bargains, or sealed settlements involving Epstein or his associates. 7. Internal DOJ communications, including emails, memos, meeting notes concerning decisions to charge, not charge, investigate, or decline to investigate Epstein or his associates. 8. All communications, memoranda, directives, logs, or metadata concerning the destruction, deletion, alteration, misplacement, or concealment of documents, recordings, or electronic data related to Epstein, his associates, his detention and death, or any investigative files. 9. Documentation of Epstein's detention or death, including incident reports, witness interviews, medical examiner files, autopsy reports, and written records detailing the circumstances and cause of death. B. Prohibited grounds for withholding. No record shall be withheld, delayed, or redacted on the basis of embarrassment, reputational harm, or political sensitivity, including to any government official, public figure, or foreign dignitary. C. Permitted withholdings. 1. The Attorney General may withhold or redact the segregable portions of records that A. contain personally identifiable information of victims or victims' personal and medical files and similar files, the disclosure of which would constitute a clearly unwarranted invasion of personal privacy. B. Depict or contain child SAM as defined under 18 U.S.C. 2256 and prohibited under 18 U.S.C. 2252-2252A. C. Would jeopardize an active federal investigation or ongoing prosecution provided that such withholding is narrowly tailored and temporary. D. Depict or contain images of death, physical abuse, or injury of any person, or E. Contain information specifically authorized under criteria established by an executive order to be kept secret in the interest of national defense or foreign policy are in fact properly classified pursuant to such executive order. 2. All redactions must be accompanied by a written justification published in the Federal Register and submitted to Congress. 3. To the extent that any covered information would otherwise be redacted or withheld as classified information under this section, the Attorney General shall declassify that classified information to the maximum extent possible. A. If the Attorney General makes a determination that covered information may not be declassified and made available in a manner that protects the national security of the United States, including methods or sources related to national security, the Attorney General shall release an unclassified summary for each of the redacted or withheld classified information. 4. All decisions to classify any covered information after July 1st, 2025 shall be published in the Federal Register and submitted to Congress, including the date of classification, the identity of the classifying authority, and an unclassified summary of the justification. Section 3. Report to Congress. Within 15 days of completion of the release required under Section 2, the Attorney General shall submit to the House and Senate committees on the judiciary a report listing 1. All categories of records released and withheld. 2. A summary of redactions made, including legal basis. 3. A list of all government officials and politically exposed persons named or referenced in the released materials with no redactions permitted under subsection B1. That's it. That is the full text of H.R. 4405. Very short bill, also known as the Epstein Files Transparency Act. This is what everyone's talking about right now in the news. That's what they're doing the press conferences about. That's what Marjorie Taylor Greene was talking about with Mo Khanna and Massey today with the victims. So that is the full text of the bill. I know that was very wordy. I am not a lawyer. What I do on my Substack is break down this sort of information into common language. So if you want to see a video on that, stick around, because I'm going to make one.